Everybody, this is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessed Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G. And hopefully I am live playing Skautfold. Let me see. Give me 3 muscles, fucking this is something. Give me freedom. What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessed Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G. And I'm playing Skautfold Usurper, just waiting for my friends to pop up. Hey, hey, hey! How's it going? Is one of your other YouTube accounts called Rhea? Okay, because I got a comment, I'm like, what? Yeah, this game is fucking wild when it starts. You're playing like a guy getting a flesh jerky. That's cool. I like how the roll is like a backflip, like cartwheel slash thing. That's kind of cool. Yeah. And there's definitely moments where you do some morally questionable shit no matter what side you take. Where everybody is just like, oh no. Oh, that's cool. The fuck is that? Mana rapier. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I can assign 4 weapons to the D-pad. That's pretty nifty. Yeah. You can technically do a no-kill run. I mean, some of pets, that's interesting. I was gonna see, Anne. It's honestly fucking disturbing just how much you know about Max Payne, just the most random, inconsequential fucking details, dude. Well, okay. Okay, so I can buy spells. That's cool. And I'm still a bit down over the whole shit with Hannah. I'll survive. Just fucking sucks. Obviously, it's only been a few days. Yeah, I cared about her. What are you gonna do? That's cool. Your shield can reflect projectiles. That'll teach those fucking archers. What about you, Max? Ever had a rough breakup from a kangaroo? Oh shit, what the fuck is that? What? You're like, brew. Yeah, I was single for a couple years, so I'm still in the dating pool. I've had 2 relationships that didn't work out. They weren't super long, but, you know, we were in the dating stage, not the, you know, committed stage. Well, you know what I mean, committed, but not the, you know, like, oh my god, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with this person. Normally I just say fuck it, but like I said, it's been... I went like 2 years without dating anybody. I'm not one of those people who I have to have a partner in my life. Like, my sister's like that, and I can't stand it. So I'll give it one more try, and then if I do a third one and it doesn't work out, I'll just stop dating for a while again. So far, I do like this game. A little rough around the edges. The pixel art isn't the greatest, but it looks good, and it's made by one dude, so it's hard to complain. I just hope the last 2 come to consoles. Yeah, it does. Obviously, it's too soon to judge right now, because you can tell I've got shit gear, shit stats, you know what I mean? Okay. With Metroidvanias, the whole point starting off is that you're supposed to be underpowered. Okay? Well, don't, like... So it's too soon to judge now if I like it or not, you know what I mean? Well, unless I'm Max. Max decides whether he likes a game in 30 seconds. Saw greatsword. Oh shit. Getting fucking Bloodborne in this bitch. I can tell if a game is gonna appeal to me Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. Like, I can tell that a game is going to appeal to me, but I can't tell if I'm going to fully like it because, like, there's a difference between liking something or being appealed by something and then really liking it, you know? Like, you might see a chick in first glance, be like, man, she's attractive. And then you talk to her and you find out she's super crazy, and if you're not Steph, you fucking bail. So, like, I can tell if I'm interested in a game, but there's been a bunch of times when I was interested in a game, and then I turned out to not like it, or it was disappointing. You know what I mean? Or sometimes a game will look. Sometimes a game will look good. Sometimes a game will look good, but it will play bad. You know, like there are certain things that you can't tell about a game from watching it. Yeah, unfortunately, that's happened to me a lot more than... happened to me a lot more than fucking that. I'll tell you that much. Some games will look cool, but when you actually have the controller in hand, will feel kind of janky. Like, they'll have, like, a serious input lag, or the combos won't flow, you know what I mean? And you can't really judge that by looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Some games look fun, they just aren't fun to play. And you can't really judge that until you've played it, unfortunately. It's just weird, you know? So, like, Kingdom Hearts 3, for example, which is probably the most disappointing game I've ever played, which I won't go into it again because it's well documented with me. But that game's battle system looks awesome until you find out that it's just, like, spamming X fucking repeatedly, and that you're watching, essentially watching more than you're playing. Or, like, maybe the game is unpolished in certain places, you know? Some games start out strong, and then are good, and then get, you know, to a certain point, you're like, man, this fucking sucks. Some games start out strong and then go downhill. Like, they clearly put all the best stuff in the beginning to entice players, and then it's just the same shit. Some games start out good, and you like the general gameplay, but they're really repetitive, so you just get fucking tired of it, because they never change anything up. Oh, sure. Sure they are. We really gonna go there, Max? Because at least half of fucking Max... At least half of Max Payne, dude. It's fucking cutscenes, dog. What the fuck is that? If you're talking about games that you fucking watch more than you play... Okay. And have you ever thought that it's proportional to the length of the game? And we're talking about fucking... And we're talking about fucking games you watch more than you play. The person who fucking did that is Steph. Because he actually likes Telltale games. I mean, you do you, but those games are pretty much just like interactive cutscenes. Hotline Miami is fun if you're in the right mindset. But you in general, Max, don't seem to like games that you fail a lot. Hotline Miami is one of those games where you're gonna fail fucking 30 times before you succeed once. It is like the definition of try, die, try again, get a little further, die, try, die, try, die, try, die. Get through it. Rinse and repeat. And there's nothing wrong with that. No. The game is designed like a bunch of short gauntlets, Max. Okay, there's no need to quick save or manual save. You're gonna complete, when you finally complete a room, or a wave, or whatever you call it, you're gonna do it in like a minute. There's no point in it saving or checking, you know? So it's go into a room, die, go into a room, die, figure out how to do it. And it can be fun, but in general, you've expressed not really liking games that do that. Where, you know, you die a lot and you've got to repeat it. So, your mileage may vary. Yes. Each room is a mission, dude. Or a hit. You don't have to play through the whole game. You take it room by room. But I'm saying, dude, there are rooms in Hotline Miami sometimes that you can literally die in 5 seconds. Okay, and Hotline Miami, you literally die in 1 hit. There is no health bar in Hotline Miami. If you get hit by anything, you die. Yeah, but I'm saying a lot of people don't like that. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like games where I have to die repeatedly, so, you know, he just needs to be warned. I mean, I like Hotline Miami for what it is. Yeah, no, that's 100% fair, it is true. It is fair. You know, it's not, you know. Yeah, you instantly respawn. That is true, like, you instantly respawn. But I'm saying there's a lot of people who don't want to play games where you have to die to get it right. Like, it's kind of a genre of game, like, you know, Super Meat Boy, Limbo, Inside. Well, then you have a very similar idea. Yeah, it's the same thing. Go through it, die, get a little farther, die. Except instead of jumping, you're shooting. But it's the same basic cycle. Yeah, just depending. Yeah, you go, Katie. I love you. Meow. Yeah, you good kitty, Echo. I love you. So, you know, I'm fine with games like that. It doesn't bother me, but I know some people don't like those games. As long as it's bullshit, I don't mind having to do it a couple times to get it right and progress. Alright, man, I'll see you in a bit. I've had people be like, man, why aren't you raging? I'm like, well, as long as it's not fucking bullshit, I don't care. Yeah, it is, exactly. I don't really have a problem with casuals, you know? I have a problem with casuals acting like they're hardcore, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody has to be good at gaming to enjoy it. But then, if that's what you're gonna do, just, like, be honest with it, you know what I mean? Like, or just accept that the game is not for you. That's where I get pissed off. Because, you know, if you came to me and you told me, or somebody told me, yeah, I don't like Souls-like games because they're just super challenging and I find it frustrating, I'd be like, you know what? Good for you. You know, you're honest. It's not for everybody. Okay? But people, where they irk me is when they say shit like, this game should have an easy mode. It's just good accessibility. You know what I mean? Like, if it's not the type of game that you're interested in, if it's too challenging for you, fine. You know? And I will even say there are games that I found challenging in a way, or find challenging in a way that I don't find enjoyable. And I just said, you know what? It's not for me. But then they say the game is bad. You not liking the game doesn't mean that the game is bad. There are games that I subjectively dislike because they're not for me. And then there are games that I objectively dislike because, like, they're broken, they're unfinished, they have a bad, just purely bad design. Yeah. And people seem to be getting those things confused. Which is stupid. So that's the, you know, that's the problem. Or this, like, I take great umbrage to the actual notion that all games have to appeal to all people. Like, there are people who actually unironically think that every game should be for everybody. Yeah. I don't hate Dark Souls 1, but it is, I think, grossly overrated. And, my least favorite FromSoft game. Fucking period. And I've made no bones about that. And yeah, I have beaten it several times. So it's not like, oh, I can't do it. Because that's what they try to go to. Oh, you can't beat it? You're just not good enough. Yeah, no, dude, I beat it. I beat the DLC. I beat all the bonus bosses. Literally did pretty much everything there was to do. But yeah, like I was trying to say, I love Bloodborne. What I was trying to say is, all games should not be made for all people. Okay? Different things appeal to different people. I mean, and it's just trying to appeal to everybody is a fucking, impossibility. There's nothing in the world that appeals to every single person. So you shouldn't even try. Ultimately, at the end of the day, if you're a game developer, you should make games that you would want to play and let the people who would also like those games find it. And usually, when they try to make a game for everyone, it fucking sucks. You know, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with me saying, or me or anyone saying, this is not for me. And people can't seem to understand the difference that not for me doesn't mean bad. Like, I'm not a big fan of Korean soap operas. Okay, just for example. So it would be like if I was a professional reviewer and I was reviewing the Korean soap operas and I gave every soap opera oh, that's cool. That's cool. And I gave every Korean soap opera I reviewed a negative review because I don't like Korean soap operas. Then why are you reviewing them? You know what I'm saying? And I've seen people do that. I've seen people be like, well, you know, I don't normally play a lot of RPGs. I don't really like RPGs, but I'm going to review this RPG. Why? Especially, like, I've seen magazines like IGN do that, and I know IGN is stupid. You know, we've all had our laugh about that, because it is. But still, it begs the question, IGN has a full fucking staff. So, if you have a full staff, yeah, I like Ingrid Gujo a little bit. I don't dislike him, but I disagree with some of his takes. I don't think he's like a bad person, though. There are some YouTubers that I have the same approach with games we were just talking about, where I'm like, I don't like them, but I don't dislike them. Like, they're not for me, you know what I mean? Like, PewDiePie. I find PewDiePie extremely fucking annoying. Can't stand watching his shit. But I... can't say he's a bad person, you know what I mean? His type of content's not for me, but there's a difference between having content not being for you and them being a fucking person. A terrible, terrible person. Okay, well, that sucks. Why? Yeah, it's weird that he is playing genres of games that he doesn't like. Yeah, you wouldn't catch me doing that. But you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between me not liking PewDiePie's content, because I find it annoying, or like Kai Cenat, I'm not really into his shit, or Onision, who is just objectively a shit fucking human being. And people just don't seem to really get that. You know, like, for example, what the fuck? Here we go. A great example. Oh my god. A great example of that. There we go. Sweet. I got a relic. I guess that's what gives you new abilities. Break seals made. Oh, yeah, okay. They break those fucking weird bread seals. Sweet. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. My example I was making is, I like puzzles in games, you know, the odd puzzle, but games that are just puzzles, like Mist and shit. I like the setting of the world, they just don't do it for me. I don't, you know, I like the characters and stuff in like Animal Crossing. I can't stand Sims games. Like any kind of life sim games. I don't like The Sims. I don't like, you know, Animal Crossing, even though I like the characters of the universe. My mom and my sister played the shit out of Animal Crossing. I can't stand them. But I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, it's a bad game. I just accept, oh, it's not for me. Boom. Done. Yeah, I'm talking about in general, man. And yeah, most people I know play fucking Sims 3 and just say, fuck that noise, dude. Jake? Jake who? I'm not... Oh, Jake from Gamerangs? Yeah, he seems like a pretty nice dude. What is it, on PC? Okay, yeah, if he's doing game news and shit like that, then he absolutely should know what he's fucking talking about. Like, that's his job. You know what I mean? Like, he's paying full time. I don't really watch a lot of gaming YouTubers because I disagree with them. And I'm very picky about the ones that I watch and the ones that I don't. Some of the ones that I like, gaming YouTubers that I like is O.C.G. He, you know, I don't always agree with his opinions, but I respect him as a game reviewer. And he gives a lot of really thought-provoking commentary. Modular, if you've ever heard of him, he looks at a lot of, he does like super deep dives into really underrated and lesser-known games, and I love his shit. He did a series about all the classic Kingsfield games that I thought was fucking amazing. And he played like every Sega CDI RPG ever. And I've always liked his shit. Trying to think. Angry Video Game Nerd, but I used to like him. Like, he used to have, like, be my literal fucking favorite YouTuber. But I don't dislike him as a person. But modern AVGN sucks ass. Well, yeah, I watch old AVGN. I'm saying I don't watch any of the new shit. See, man! Yeah, that's great. This video is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I was rolling on the floor fucking laughing and nearly pissed myself the first time I saw that. Which one? Yeah, my favorite one is probably Big Rigs. Big motherfucking rigs! Big rigs. uh... And, you know, whenever he takes time to actually do, like, a good game, oh, you really need to watch Big Rigs, dude. It's one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen. I mean, I bust out laughing. My face was red the first time I seen that. Even now, it makes me fucking cry, dude. And when he actually does a game he likes, man, he's so insightful. His whole, like, 4-video series on Castlevania, which is his favorite game series, is actually what got me into Castlevania in a major way. Like, I like Castlevania, but I wasn't, like, super into Castlevania and had only, like, a casual appreciation for it until I watched his Castlevania series. And now I pretty much, I was, like, so inspired by his video on it that I bought, like, pretty much all the Castlevania collections, and now I fucking love Castlevania. And I wouldn't have got into Castlevania if it wasn't for him. And, I wish he did more videos where he was speaking more positively of games. So far, I like this game. I mean, it's not like the world's best Metroidvania, but it's pretty good. And it's got a strong art direction, good universe, fun gameplay, unique. Also, I get a ton of fucking hate for this, but it's just how I feel. I think Hollow Knight's fucking overrated. I like Hollow Knight, don't get me wrong, but just like the sheer amount of dick sucking. What the fuck? I mean, it's good. I would say it's even a great game. But people act like it is like the second coming of Jesus Christ. Or like it's innovative. Like, what did it innovate? By following the fucking formula that fucking Castlevania and Metroid did like 20 years before? Innovate? My ass. I mean, I know why people like it. You know, the art is very, very high quality and handmade. The map is well designed and it's unique. The combat is satisfying. Oh god, yeah. The story and lore is good. You know, it is a good game. I enjoyed it. I think it's a great game, and it was made by a really, really small team. You know, so they deserve props for that. But like I said, people saying it's like the greatest fucking Metroidvania of all time. Fucking no. Yes. Salt and Sanctuary is fucking amazing, though. I absolutely fucking love Salt and Sanctuary. And Salt and Sacrifice. I'm in the Discord for the game, and I've actually talked to the dev who made both those games. He's fucking G. His name, Jamie Zella is his moniker. And I would put Salt and Sanctuary fucking miles above Hollow Knight. Yeah. I love Salt and Sanctuary. Better mechanics, better map, better gameplay, better story, like in every conceivable way. And it was made by one dude. Like, I know Hollow Knight is made by a small team, but there's a small team, then there's one guy. He did the music, the art, the soundtrack, the bosses, literally fucking everything. And like how great that game looks, how polished that game looks, how massive that game looks, the fact that one guy did that game is fucking insane. And he's like just a super nice guy. Like I said, I've talked to him several times in his Discord, the Scout Studios Discord. He's so friendly and nice to people. He genuinely loves the community. Yeah, he did. He did the Dishwasher Chronicles. I've heard good things, but I could never get a copy of them. They're hard to find. And then he did. Because they're easier to make than a big 3D game. That's why people like people like them, and they don't require a huge budget to make a good one, so they're more achievable. Like that's the main reason why, pretty much. It takes 10 times the amount of effort and resources to do a 3D game as a 2D game. And with pixel art, you can make a game look very pretty, even on a small budget. Whereas if you have a really, really, really small budget, like the type of indie devs that make Metroidvanias, and you try to make a graphically good 3D game, usually fucking sucks. Or it doesn't look very good. So, whereas you can... with pixel art, it's much easier to make something that looks amazing on a small budget. So yeah, that's why it's a perfect genre for a small team. It also, like I said, but yeah, like I said, and he's, I also love Salt and Sacrifice. People really pissed me off because they attacked him so bad. because he did Salt and Sacrifice. Like, there's a huge, I'm trying to, he did it, I'm trying to figure out how to put it. Yeah, fuck, I'm gonna start over. I kind of fucked myself there. Yeah, Ender Lily is fucking great. He did Soul and Sanctuary, and people loved it. I love it. I think it's fucking amazing. And it has a huge fan base to this day. Ori and the Blind Forest is fucking great. Will of the Wisps is awesome too. I can't wait until their new game comes to console. No Rest for the Wicked. That looks fucking sick. And it is coming to console. It's confirmed. It just, after it enters, leaves early access. It looks outstanding. I can't wait to play it. But then he did Salt and Sacrifice, and Dusk and Elysian Tale is fucking great. I played it on 360 back in the day, and I have it on PS4. They re-released it on PS4, and yeah, it is great. And once again, made by one dude, Dean Dodrell. But, so he did Salt and Sacrifice, and he deliberately called it Salt and Sacrifice and not Salt and Sanctuary 2 because it's very different. Still 2D, still has Souls-like elements, but goes harder on a lot of the platforming, and it has some Monster Hunter elements of loot acquisition and all that. And I fucking love Salt and Sacrifice. But, like, people in the community were tearing him a fucking... Yes. People were tearing him a new asshole and attacking him so badly because they were hating on fucking Salt and Sacrifice. Not because it was a bad game, but this is different than Salt and Sanctuary. Yeah, no shit. That's why you called it Salt and Sacrifice. It shares thematic elements, but it's not just the same thing. It's not, you know what I mean? And I liked it. I really loved it for what it was. I had the Platinum Trophy for Salt and Sacrifice. But I saw people on Twitter, like, insulting him, calling him a piece of shit. Like, he got all kinds of, like, horrible backlash. Yeah, exactly. And it really upset me. Saying I don't like this as much as the first game, fine. Saying I prefer the first game, cool. Saying, I wanted more Salt and Sanctuary, it's fine. Sometimes a developer wants to make what they want to make, but it's not what you wanted. So it's okay to say, well, this isn't what I wanted, you know what I'm saying? But, like, they were personally attacking him on Twitter and being, just the most fucking hateful shit you can imagine. It was totally not cool, especially because, like I said, he's the nicest guy, and he takes constructive criticism, Alright, man. Yeah, exactly. And in all fairness, he never even marketed it like it was Salt and Sanctuary 2, you know what I mean? He told people from the very beginning that while it had some commonalities between the two, that's why it had Salt in the title, that it wasn't Sanctuary 2. So from the very beginning, he told people, this is going to be different. And it's like, so you bought the game, despite the developer telling you it's going to be different, and you're pissed off that it's different? I don't know. Kind of sounds like maybe you should do some research on fucking games. before you buy them. If you didn't do your proper like due diligence about a game and it wound up not being what you expected, that's a you problem, dog. Like it's one thing if he lied and said it was going to be a type of game that it wasn't. Developers have done that, but he didn't. He's just said this is going to have shared elements. This is a different type of thing, and it was. But I really like Salt and Sacrifice for what it was, and I had a lot of fucking fun playing it. Like I said, I got the platinum, and I almost had the platinum in Salt and Sacrifice. Salt and Sanctuary, I'm sorry. I have the platinum for Sacrifice. I don't have the one for Sanctuary, but I'm close to getting it. It's in my backlog. Either way, I played both games like 5 times and pretty much done everything there was to do in them. But yeah, he's I've talked to him and he's actually working on a 3rd game in the series. And I'm really excited for that whenever it comes out. Obviously, there's like usually 5 or 6 years between his games. I expect he'll announce it soon because he's been working on it since before Salt and Sacrifice released. That was 2021. So even if it's not finished, it's been in development for like 4 years now, almost 5. That, and I'm I'll definitely get it whenever it comes out. But, and even, like, people who make fucking stupid complaints get on my fucking nerves. Like, people were like, I don't like Salt and Sacrifice because the map isn't interconnected like Salt and Sanctuary. What do you mean it's not interconnected? Yes, it is. Yeah, that's the point. That's literally the fucking point. Yeah, exactly. Like, people who said that shit, okay, no, all of Salt and Sanctuary is not one map. It's, like, 6 zones. Because he added a whole new zone as free DLC, which, awesome on him for adding a whole new zone as a free update, by the way. Not charging anyone anything for it. But, I'm trying to, it is very much interconnected zones. In Salt and Sacrifice, there's many, many different areas that loop back around and come into each other. Areas with zipline paths that crisscross, secret shortcuts, okay? So instead of being one super large interconnected map, it's 6 smaller but still relatively large interconnected maps. But to say that it's not... interconnected is just wrong. I can't really judge on that. I haven't really played Terraria, so I don't really have a dog in that fight. Or I'm sorry, a horse in that race. Fuck me, okay. Hold on a second, I'm gonna start one more time, cause fucking... Yeah, that is true. So... It just pisses me off. It's just dumb. But he already said the 3rd game is going to go back to one large map, so I'm happy either way. I'm just, happy he's still making them. Just sucked. You know, and, like, I talked to him in his Discord. What, Terraria? Yeah, sure, if I ever get it. It's not like I'm opposed to it, I just never tried it, you know what I mean? And you know me, I don't talk about things that I don't know anything about. I don't want to be foolish. So I'm not gonna, like, give an opinion when I don't know, you know what I mean? One second, I'll be right back. Use the bathroom real quick. But yeah, I talked to Jamie in the excuse me, in his Discord, and it's he was like really crestfallen about the people fucking attacking him over Solemn Sacrifice, and it actually broke my heart because like you could tell like he was really upset. Of course, I repeatedly told him that I loved it, Solemn Sacrifice. It seemed to cheer him up. And even if I didn't like it, I sure as fuck wouldn't attack somebody because I didn't like the game they made. Jesus fucking Christ. Those are the people that give gamers a bad fucking name. Or people fucking... Ooh, Black Scythe shit. That's cool. Or, like, I remember people were harassing Ada Wong's new actor in the Resident Evil 4 remake. And some people sent her fucking death threats. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Or, you know, even, yes, I was about to say that. I'm not a huge fan of how they took Abby's story, for reasons I've already talked about to death. But I would never send her a fucking actress death threats. She's not the one who wrote the goddamn story. She had about as much say in Neil Druckmann's writing process as you or I did. She was just doing her fucking job. And she was given a chance in it being a major Hollywood video game. Anybody who's in the voice acting business would jump at that fucking chance. Yeah, exactly. I mean, nobody can say her acting was bad. They can say they don't like the direction her character took, but her performance as Abby was on the money. I'll try this one more time and then come back to it if I can't get my head into it. I do like the game, but I'm not sure I'm in the right headspace for it right now. Yeah, exactly. I tell you what really pisses me off. Okay? So they made endless points about how Abby could be so muscular and so jacked as a woman. Okay? Which, fine. But they're like, women like this really exist. Which, okay, they literally based her off of a bodybuilder, her model. So, okay, gotcha, women can exist. But the part that pissed me off was, but there are no other Jack characters in the universe. The only Jack character in The Last of Us is a fucking woman. It's like, what? Like, either we're saying that there's not enough nutrition to support somebody getting jacked, so there's nobody jacked enough, or that you can't have jacked people, and in which case, why would there not be a bunch of jacked dudes? That's what pissed me off, the inconsistency. Yeah. But anyway, so they said, well, women can be bodybuilders too, which, yeah, they can. But then, in the show, they have already announced, not that I like the show anyway, but they've already announced in the show that Abby's not going to be as jacked, or jacked at all, because, well, we're not doing as much of the action stuff, so we don't need that. Like, so are you fucking kidding me? So you guys went out on a limb, endlessly, to say that this is what real women can look like. You've never seen a real woman, women can be jacked. And then when it comes time to cast for the fucking show, you then ignored those real jacked women for a dainty little fucking flower. Way to stick to your fucking guns, guys. Yeah. Like the fact that they wouldn't cast a muscular chick. The fact they wouldn't cast a fucking muscular chick in the real life show just means they have no fucking conviction. It makes them full of shit. Especially because they're all about inclusivity, right? They're all about inclusivity. Well, you know, a lot of women who are muscular have troubles getting roles. So that could have been a really big deal for muscular women. To have a muscular woman be in a major show like The Last of Us. That's going to be one of the most watched shows on TV. Yeah. And also because now, despite the fact that they have a fucking script, they have a fucking script written, a completed script, for The Last of Us 3, which is massive. You understand, like, a complete script is all the dialogue. It seems like now Neil Druckmann is backpedaling and they're not going to be doing Last of Us 3. And that really depresses me because, one, Last of Us 2 did not end in a satisfactory, conclusive way. It really felt like it was left open. And last but not least, because that means that we might get a fucking Game of Thrones. Yeah. It means we might get a fucking Game of Thrones-esque situation where the show will continue the story of the games without a game. And God, I don't want that to happen. Even though that's probably what's gonna. Now I would be watching it. The fucking show was grossly overrated. My opinion, anyway. At its best, it was the games, but worse. So why would I not play the games? And at its worst, it just made pointless, unnecessary bullshit changes. Yeah, I'm gonna reserve judgment. Because we have seen... Exactly, yeah. I'm gonna reserve judgment because we have seen the barest look at Intergalactic. No gameplay and less than a minute of story, and from what they've said, the game starts when they're coming to the planet. So we literally saw like the snippet of the introduction before the game starts. But yeah, I was not enthused by what I saw. But I usually like to give games the benefit of the doubt. And in all fairness, I have like pretty much every other game Naughty Dog's made. Crash Bandicoot, the ones they made. Jak and Daxter, the ones they made. Uncharted, Last of Us, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, but no, I was not enthused by what I saw. It ultimately just depends what the game is actually going to be like. You know, we didn't see any gameplay, so... Plus, they're like... from the little snippet of the game that we did see... Yeah... And Neil Druckmann, his priorities have changed, and not in a way that I like. Like, he is actually saying that, like, he thinks it's his job to make games for young women to aspire to. No, man! It's your job to make games that are entertaining! That's what your fucking job is, dude! All these people thinking, like, they're there to educate. Or there to shine a light. No! You are there to entertain. Everything else, literally everything else is secondary to making something that is entertaining. And it's people thinking that being entertaining is a secondary priority that has led to shows, games, movies, books getting fucked. Yeah, that could be possible as well. Who knows? And on the off chance that they do include politics in games, they go about it in entirely the wrong fucking way. They'll point to games. Well, Metal Gear Solid had politics. BioShock had politics. No, dude, they have political ideas and themes, and they didn't beat you over the fucking head with them. Now, if we do a game that has a political message, it's literally them standing on a soapbox and shoving it down your throat. Look, this is right. This is wrong. You know, Hideo Kojima has, he's not for everybody, you know? He's done a lot of stuff I like, he's done a lot of stuff that I don't like, and I can agree where even though I like Hideo Kojima, his shit's clearly not for everybody. But never in any fucking game from Hideo Kojima that I've played have I ever felt like he was preaching at me. Ever. Ever. Not even fucking close. Or like he was trying to get across a message. He makes games about shit he's interested in, and he gives his opinion. But he doesn't sit there and try to fucking spoon feed you a fucking message and talk on a soapbox to you. And they was bringing up, well, there were these games that were political. Like, all games that are political are the same. And they don't seem to understand that you can have a political message and still fucking suck. Like, okay, for example, they don't seem to understand. They don't seem to understand this. They seem to think that if they make a work, a game, a movie, a show, a book, whatever, and it has a message, that if you don't like that property, then you automatically hate the message. Like, if there's a movie about gay people and you don't like that movie, they automatically assume you don't like gay people. No, it can just be a bad movie. Having gay people in your movie doesn't fucking make it good by default, man. Yeah, exactly. He took the best of a bad situation. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. You should like, comment, and subscribe. You know, like, sometimes your movie has a good message, but your movie's just fucking shit. You know, and now, the hilarious thing about it is that in this so-called age of inclusivity, they're actually more stereotypical than fucking ever before. It used to be when you had a character that was gay, they would be gay, and they would be a character who happened to be gay. Now, when you have a character in a show, or movie, whatever that's gay, them being gay is literally their entire fucking personality. They don't have anything else outside that. If they have a black person in a modern fucking woke shit, if they're not a person that happens to be black, them being black is literally their entire fucking character, everything about them, every bit of the personality. And you know, I would not even want to talk to a fucking person who, if their whole personality was them being gay. I have no problem with gay people. I've had gay people in my life that I dearly love. My aunt's gay. My godfather was gay before he died, which, you know, so he's gay right up to the end. I don't fucking care. Yeah. Yeah, well, those are not the type of movies that I usually watch, so I'm not a big fan of that either. If I want to watch porn, I'll fucking watch porn. I don't come to watch like an actual movie to just see tons and tons and tons of sex or what the fuck ever. Like, having some sex in a movie, cool. You know? Making the movie all about sex, not for me. Straight or gay, like, no. Like I said, if I want that, I'll watch porn. I'm not gonna come and sit down and watch a fucking movie. So, in that regard, I am 100% consistent. Oh, Max, never change. Is that pizza man gonna successfully deliver his pizza? I just gotta know! Oh shit. What the fuck? Okay, some weird sanity effect shit there. Oh, hey, Philippe. You came into the conversation at a time. Yeah. And in all honesty, I'm not watching porn for the story, so... Meow, duck, whack, wow. Then again, it used to be way more popular. Yeah. It used to be way more popular to actually go to a fucking porn theater. And I find that to be repugnant as shit. Like, besides the fact that masturbation and sex should be private, like I said, besides the fact that I think sex should be private, oh, shit, that never sounds I'll say it through my, I'm trying to, yeah, it just, yeah, it's just fucked. I'm not into shit that shoves sex in your face. But yeah, okay, I'm sorry. That's what I was going to say. I totally forgot. I'm sorry. Porn theaters. Besides the fact that sex should be private, the thought of going to a theater where I know everybody else is jerking off around me is not fun. It's fucking nightmare fuel. Just keep looking at the screen, Karen. Keep looking at the screen. Don't look away. Oh God. Yeah. I haven't seen Edge Runners, so I don't know. I can't really attest to that. But given that there's some suspiciously lolly looking characters in that, I'm gonna say probably yeah. Yeah, that is weird. Mako, I love you, good kitty. Yeah, you so pretty. You so pretty. Ugh, God. I'll be right back. I'm gonna switch games. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back.